Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. I have to say, I was just thinking about things a little bit here. I'm a little disappointed that our campaign is going to end probably before we really get to make use of these high tier units that we're currently building the buildings for. I really want to see a Hydra Titan in action. I really want to see what exactly a Necrosphinx can do. And I think we're going to get to use them like at most once or twice before this thing ends. It's a real bummer. So real quick, before we do anything else, is there stuff that I wanted to get done? I have a lot of money sitting around. But I know that in most of my provinces... Ooh, here we go. I know that in most of my provinces I'm constrained not by money, but by population. I think we're cool now. I don't think that there's much of value to build in most of these places. It's pretty much the only places I care about are the places I might get to level 5 in the next little while here. Oh, Sartosa does need an upgrade to this too. And we're killing it. This is going to be a much shorter campaign than the Vortex campaigns, apparently. I would be interested in playing the Tomb Kings like through Mortal Empires, though. Be interested to see what it looks like when you play Tomb Kings for 200 plus turns, because we're sort of capping out the tech tree now. I feel like it does not even take 100 turns to sort of maximize the potential of, oh wow, Cairnthel is held by the Scalings. That's crazy. I got sidetracked. I was saying the thing. Ah, whatever. It was me saying it. It couldn't have been important. Get him, Hellgeek. No, he's not getting him. He's doing something. Okay, fine. Well, the good news is the last defenders seem to kind of be on the back foot. Which means that even if they don't love me running across their territory, I wonder if they'll actually be able to do anything about it. Our friendly Tomb King lands... we could probably fast forward. Our friendly Tomb King lands extend pretty far to the south. And the Lizardmen and the... Oh, weird. The Lizardmen and the Skaven are so engaged in battle, so deeply embroiled in battle, that I wonder if either of them will be able to interfere with us at all. So, okay. We're not too far off. How far down can we go? We can get all the way... I'm assuming this runs probably about to the river? River's a good natural boundary. Yeah. Yeah, we can get really close without actually going into unfriendly territory.
Now we go. Move, I say. Address me as your highness.
Pretty much just gonna be a lot of running.
Find my harem.
Alright, next turn this dude's done, and I don't know what we're gonna do with him. I guess he's gonna come south. Like, we may as well really overwhelm these armies, and then we'll start building up that other army that we're allowed to build, and we'll leave that one in defense position, I guess. Oh, for a second there, I saw the banner here, and for a second I thought this rogue army had taken Lothern. Squighoppers, Wolf Riders, a Feral Carnosaur, Chaos Spawn, a War Hydra. Oh, I'm really glad we don't have to fight those guys. That sounds like a nightmare. Okay, so let's get this going, because I do want to have another Great Bow. At least the capacity for another Great Bow. Honestly, who knows if I'll even use it.
I am my father's son.
What were we doing with this guy? I thought I remembered... I don't remember.
Move!
Come over here and get ready to assault these dudes as we approach. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting fight. So, like, things like fighting an Arachnarok spider, this is where I really wish we had a Necrosphinx.
Of greatest dynasty.
We're still a couple turns off of the Necrosphinx building being finished, and then I assume that it will take, like, 3 turns for local and 6 turns for global recruitment, so I don't think it's reasonable to try to shuffle into one of these armies. We could, have the new army that we're going to spawn on this coming turn, pick one up and try to ferry it over to the front lines to pass it to Settra's army. Remember, I'm still expecting some kind of large quest battle at the end of this, once we get all the books, and for that battle, we'll only be able to bring one army, assuming it works like all the others have, And we will want it to be the most powerful and elite possible stack. So maybe a Hierotitan, maybe a Necrosphinx, maybe we do away with a bunch of the Tomb Guard and just go like super heavy on the monsters, because that has worked out really well for us in the past. That one all-construct army we have seems to be doing pretty well. The Tomb Guard are good units. I think they're just not Sphinxes, you know? It's tough. The main tributary used for trade and transport of materials from one holy site to another is slowly drying out. The water level has now dropped to a dangerous level. We could fix the... Pretty sure I don't want to lose jars, and also I don't care about my gold anymore, so yeah, let it dry out, whatever. Oh, that didn't even really have much of an effect. Okay, that's a good tech. Stats up, big stats up for Hierotitans. You know, we are using our Caskets of Souls, and they seem pretty good. Plus 10% for Necropolis Knights, Skull Catapult. Okay, this is damage for the Casket. I mean, the Casket does enough damage, it probably doesn't really need a buff, unless it's shooting at large stuff. But reload time reduction will be useful no matter what kind of targets it's shooting at. Hey, did I actually give Settra that second fancy follower that we got? Yes, I did. Okay. That is exactly the kind of thing that I would forget to do, I think. Probably everybody watching this knows that by now. Oh, check out the Nazca lines. So what's going to be the best way to do this? We probably want to go to the settlement, and then actually there's no... The only road runs out to the southeast, which is not really where we want to go. This is apparently unoccupied territory, which is to say that it is almost certainly Skaven territory. But through the settlement seems to be the right way to go, no matter what. So let's head this way.
Make way for Settra. Legions, move! Land of the dead.
Okay, so these guys are all good and recruited. Very Tomb Guard heavy, this army. I don't know, just head over here. I don't want to have to give this guy orders every turn. And we are one turn off of a lot of the new recruitment buildings, and we have, in fact, acquired ourselves a Hierotitan building. Wow, these are bad traits. But this one's definitely better. Okay, probably straight into the red or yellow lines, right? This guy's not going to get to anything useful in the blue line. We certainly don't need Canopic Jar Hoarder anymore. I made this choice before, but this guy is probably going to end up with an army full of really powerful stuff, so... unfortunately, there's not really a skill that's just like, here's all the good stuff. Here's the Necrosphinxes and Hierotitan skill. That's probably good for balance, to have the really powerful units spread out over multiple things. But he's going to get to recruit at least a Great Bow and a Hierotitan. Yeah, sure. In truth, the odds of his stats mattering much are basically 0. Okay, so... give me that. And... oh, the building's not done yet. So we want to make sure that we have slots open for next turn so that we can start local recruiting, so I don't want to recruit anything that's going to take more than one turn to pull in here. Let's just get him 3 archers. And then through the global pool, we can start pulling some other stuff. Like some more Ushabti. Since he's buffing Ushabti and everything anyway. Okay, 3 more turns until that's active. Just get home. Get home and replenish, and we'll talk about it later.
Casket of souls.
Oh, see, he's yelling about the Casket of Souls. It must be important. I don't know enough about the Tomb King's lore. Oh, by the way, I do want to say a thank you to everybody who has responded to me asking for help with the lore. There have been a lot of good comments on the last few videos. Alright, we're getting close. I think I'm probably going to go ahead and wait until the third stack arrives. We'll just tremendously overpower these guys. The first two stacks that engage are the most important ones because they're the ones that'll get to participate in the battle from the very beginning, and then the third one is just going to be feeding reinforcements in slowly as we lose units of skeletons. But I do want to have that extra backup. Because this looks like a legitimately terrifying army. It's going to be difficult. There's also, you know, a real possibility that I'm just kind of not even talking about, that I'll just lose the battle. It's not completely infeasible. You know what? Yes, that is fine. Your armies may have access to my lands. Wait, are these guys... Okay, they're at war with the last defenders. I wonder how this stuff turns out. Like, if you just leave the AI to run, will the Tomb Kings eventually take over the whole continent? Because they certainly have some advantages. Although I guess the big disadvantage of troops being expensive is not a real issue for the AI because they have kind of a cheaty economy. Alright, yeah, let's get a Necrosphinx. I'm very curious about that. Am I not allowed to pull War Sphinx? Nope, that's interesting. So the War Sphinx you start with, when you start with a War Sphinx, it doesn't also start you with a bonus point of capacity. I had expected that it would. Especially since like the traits or the random events that give you heroes also increase the capacity for that hero type by 1. Well, that's a shame. Okay, well, I guess let's recruit some more... let's grab some Necropolis Knights. This army has some fast-moving cavalry. It's entirely possible that army's never going to get to do anything. Okay, so these guys have been walking sort of up and down the coast for the whole game. We're gonna move to here and just try to intercept them when they make it back over to this spot. Okay, we will be able to have all 3 of our armies in position to catch them when they come back over here. Just keep assaulting them. I don't know how much damage I'm really going to be able to do, but every little bit counts. A little bit of action success chance. Okay, wow, additional 15% casualties inflicted. That does seem alright. I think we're ready. Okay, our Great Incantation of Geheb, we're probably going to save until it's final quest battle time, so we can do that. But we just got the ability to get another Casket of Souls, and I think we probably ought to take it because these seem great. Oh, and we get +2. Yeah. Okay, form this right. We get +2 experience for all units recruited while this is running. So let's go cancel the recruits that we just started this turn, which is these, and start those again with 2 extra levels. Okay, how long does that effect last? 5 turns. Alright, so the next batch of stuff he queues up will also be boosted in level. That's handy. It's a nice little thing. And then... still waiting on jars to craft anything else, I think. Was there other stuff that I wanted to craft, even? I feel like I've built most of the good stuff. Okay, Van Braces of the Sun. Sure, these are worth having. Yep, so that's all we're waiting on with jars is Get to 300, so we can make these and give them to our Tomb Prince. Alright. Oh, you know what? I hadn't thought about this, but actually it's probably, from a just getting things done in real-time perspective, it's probably faster to manually order these guys every turn and then go do other stuff while they're animating than it is for us to issue a multi-turn move order and then have to watch them move at normal speed at the end of each turn. It's kind of a silly thing, but... It's really strange to me that's the way that works, that after, when you hit end turn, you have to watch, the camera zooms around and watches every one of your units who have orders move. I kind of wish that the game had like a, an endless series style execute orders button, where every unit has stuff queued up. It's a button you can press during your turn, and they'll just do it right then. That way you don't have to watch every individual one do it. They are not coming back. Is it possible that they are not actually on rails and that they're like actually going to go somewhere now? Maybe. I think we'll wait here though. I'm pretty sure that they've just covered the same area over and over again. I think the problem here is just that I did not do a good enough job of figuring out what the boundaries of that movement are. In fact, we're going to have 4 armies in place by the time we have to battle again. That's probably not even significant, actually. We have no reason to upgrade that. We could theoretically build another Scorpion building. I'm not in love with the Scorpions, though. We could build the Black Tower of Archon just to have the Black Tower of Archon, because it's cool to build the landmarks. I have to say, that's, one of the best things about the landmark system is that it just, like, it feels neat to participate in it, even if you're not actually getting anything of value. Which is, I guess, kind of silly. Alright, Settra, I'll just wait here. Some Tomb Prince somewhere. Oh, the guy who keeps assaulting their units. Even more success chance. You know, I don't even know which book this is that we're after. Sardnop belongs to one of the Dark Elf factions. Things have been going very poorly up here on Ulthuan. Honestly, the strife that they are experiencing probably was not helped very much by all of the skeletons showing up out of the sea to burn down their library. What a day that was, huh? Can you imagine being one of the guys working in the White Tower of Hoth? You're, I don't know, adjusting the Dewey Decimal System or whatever it is that elf librarians do, and then all of a sudden, it's like 10,000 skeletons march up out of the sea. Okay, so these guys are leaving the continent entirely. Look at how, wow, look at what a good job we've been doing assaulting them. But I kind of think, like, target of opportunity has presented itself. So wait, which books are these? This is the Commandment book. And this is the Get Some Jars book. Okay, technically it's better for us to take this one first. We haven't spent a bunch of time softening this army up. But we do outnumber them tremendously, and actually they are a little bit pre-softened. Oh, you know what? They don't replenish ever, is what it looks like to me. Okay. Let's walk over closer to them. I'm trying to find a spot where I can stand that isn't suffering from attrition. Alright, we'll intercept these guys first, I guess. They seem to be offering themselves up to us, which I do appreciate. Alright, we'll grab this now. Next turn, you get to make some cool stuff happen. Hopefully these guys don't just turn around and start moving south again, because that would be inconvenient. Yeah, I didn't really think about the fact that they don't really have a way of replenishing.
You come before greatness.
Because we've not seen them stance change at all, I don't believe. Oh, they've drawn closer. Lovely. The beast catches have been invited by our enemy Safari to fight against us. The beast catches? Where? Oh, that's the guys who are sieging Lothern. Okay, something tells me that that's not going to be a big deal for me.
What?
Can you make it to that rogue army? You cannot. Ah, oh, what a shame.
Submit.
Well,
Tomb King of Nehekara.
we probably want Settra to be the one who engages the battle. We just want everybody else to be...
Greatest dynasty. Move it.
We just want everybody else to be ready to contribute.
Stride to greatness.
Speak briefly, then remove your vile taint from the hallowed halls of Athelon.
Hey, don't talk about my taint.
My will be done. On your knees.
Right? That's a weird thing to do. Just go up to a stranger and start talking about their taint.
March.
Elves got no sense of propriety. Oh no, he can't actually cross the... Ah, that's annoying. Well...
My glory.
Does anybody else have the movement necessary to actually get in there? Nope. You see the little red arrow on the ground here. It tells us that that's an order he would process next turn.
Make way.
Yep. None of us actually have the range.
Soldiers.
Well, he might attack us. Means we won't get to use our armies in exactly the order I was hoping, but we'll live. Something tells me we'll get through it. Okay, so let's grab that Casket of Souls. Oh, right, it's in this menu. And then pick up some other stuff. I'm a little sad to see that the Casket of Souls does not get the 2 bonus levels. So we're definitely going to grab a Great Bow, Shabti. Do I want a Scorpion? They're not amazing. But they're very good at disrupting infantry formations, and maybe that's a good enough reason to bring him. And they do survive. They just don't kill. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. More Shabti. And I guess... do I have a hero left? Because he's got 1 slot left. Do I have any hero capacity unspent? I don't. Well, we could fix that. How many turns are left in my current research? 2 turns. He's got only 2 turns of recruitment. So let's, is there anywhere where we can get a Necrotect for money? There is. Excellent. Okay. His army should have a Necrotect. So that'll bring him to 20. Man, I really wish I'd figured out how cool Necrotechs are earlier. And then after we build these Vambraces of the Sun, we're kind of done with jars. Like, we can build some more mid-tier magic items, and we will, because there are still empty equipment slots on heroes in Settra's army. But we've done all of the important jar stuff, really. Unless one of those unique jar followers turns out to be really amazing. I just, like, missed it. So I'm gonna try to... still no. Actually, a defensive alliance is probably fine. Alright, I want to turn off the fast forward here, because if these guys move, I want to see it. They did not. They are going to wait patiently for us to attack them. I appreciate that. So let's recruit our Necrotect real quick here. Unit capacity +2 Tomb Scorpion. Yeah, this is, it's alright, I guess.
I'll set the slaves to work.
Alright, so next turn that'll happen.
Settra watches.
Alright, let's do this.
Find my harem.
So do I have any control at all over what order this stuff enters battle in? I have no idea. We can do this first too.
We are their nightmares.
Futile.
Okay, yeah, like, we've actually, over time, really worn this army down.
Make him proud.
Settra, let's do it. He ran. Can you imagine such a cowardly creature?
Make way for Settra.
Alright, well, obviously give chase. We can't get around him. What I really need is one of my armies to get around in front of him. So we'll head this way. The last defenders are going to get real salty about us running around in their territory, and they're just going to have to live with it. So at this point, he has every skill point that could possibly be relevant to him. Right, none of this stuff is going to affect his... Yeah. I guess immortality is cool. I don't know. Assault garrison? Maybe I'll have you assault a garrison at some point? I can't imagine. We really don't have any garrisons that need assaulting. Oh hey, we actually had the jars there for the van braces. I had to remember to actually craft them. The passive canopic jar income that we have accumulated over all of our heroes has really added up. Okay, yeah, the last defenders are going to be mad at us, but they do not have time to fight us. They are dealing with other problems. So what we need to do is use our multiple armies to encircle these dudes and try to prevent them from having a good escape path. So, okay, was it the case that they go up on land and then they come back down the coast? Maybe that's what they've done all along. I'm just spacey. And we know that to be the case. An evanescent rift. A microscopic fissure has opened between the material world and the realm of chaos. It is a fleeting event, quite beneath the notice of even the gods. But okay, so yeah, winds of magic. Whatever, man.
I am my father's son.
Boy, they are really hauling ass to get out of here, aren't they? Well, we can engage on them this turn. But I'm not sure I want to. Because I'm thinking that they'll get to flee even further away from us.
Advance. Legions march. Unliving march.
Like, maybe we just follow them until they get to a point where they can't easily run.
I am mighty, yes.
Because, yeah, if I were to engage right now, they would just retreat again. And we're too far away from them to be able to follow them and engage again after that. So we'll just follow them. We'll bide our time, I guess. We're immortal. We're not going anywhere.
Summon them. The greatest. This is my mission.
Okay, and I'm right that we are now all out of lords. Yeah. Okay, well, not a lot else to do. Bam braces. I guess, in theory, all this extra chasing around is giving me time to... I don't know. Sort of giving me time to construct more high-level unit buildings, although it takes such a long time to build them that maybe that's not even really a thing that's going to happen. I don't know, just upgrade settlements. We're just kind of biding our time at this point. The good news is, if we come out of fighting the one book army with quite a bit of health, we probably will we'll be able to fight the other one shortly after, because they really do seem to stick together. I'm a little frustrated with all this fleeing, although I guess, faced with an army of 20,000 undead and huge angry skeletons, or huge angry statues, I would do the same. It's just that generally I expect characters in Total War to be made of sterner stuff than me. Oh wow, yeah. I think it might be the case that the Tomb Kings will kind of take over the continent if left to run things, because holy crap, they obliterated those dwarves. Oh, come on, get on land. Okay, we may be pulling an audible back to this target, because these guys don't have anywhere to run. Trying really hard to select the hero here. There we go. Come on. Alright, get this out of my way. Yes, lots of stuff has happened. Stop giving me notifications. Why is it so hard to... There we go.
Drag their souls to Syria.
Okay, these guys are pretty messed up. Oh, 2 Arachnarok spiders. Okay, well... It is what it is, I suppose. So you now have max over my dead body. You need 1 more level before you can become immortal. I don't think I do want to put him on horseback. I want him to be on the ground and just, like, brutalizing dudes. Yeah, alright, 4% hit points. That's not bad.
I have risen.
Okay, that's a handy little skill. Action research rate up, that would have been better earlier. We'll take extra replenishment rate for that army. I don't think any of the skills we had available there were going to make much of a difference. Alright, let's make sure we switch everybody out of March mode before we move them. And what we want to do here is attack from the south. I'm scared that if I attack from the north and he retreats, the game's going to let him, like, retreat all the way around here. Because you retreat a certain distance away from the attacker, like as the crow flies distance, regardless of how far your army would have to walk or what obstacles you would have to cross. So we want to hit him from this side so that if he retreats, he goes that way and we can catch him. So... Can that be Settra? Can Settra get an attack on from here? If we walk to here... Yes, okay. No. This army. Why won't it let me... There we go. That was weird. I selected that... I left-clicked on that army to select it twice, and both times it just made Settra speak as though I was issuing him an order. Okay.
On your knees. Stride to greatness.
Would you get over here? Okay, there we go. Now we have maximum reinforcements. Oh, I should actually equip those vambraces. And we'll replace this, and we'll pass the Ruby Ring of Ruin over to the Necrotect, who I'm sure has nothing in their slot. Oh no, he has his Potion of Toughness. Yeah, alright, that's fine. How many casts do you get from a Ruby Ring? 4? Yeah, I'll take that over the potion. And then we're not going to have access to those items for this battle, but I don't think that's a good reason not to go for this. Get him. Okay, yeah, so he retreats northward, and we can definitely still get him. I'm embarrassed for them. The level of cowardice that we are seeing. Just make sure everybody is available. Alright. Get him. Oh, it won't even let you auto-resolve. That's probably for the best. Okay, we've spent more time than I thought we would have to setting this up, but here we go. This army is in real bad shape, thanks to the tireless efforts of our horrifying predator-esque tomb prince. This should be pretty doable. So they have a Cygor, which is an artillery piece. Basically, he takes huge rocks and hurls them at you. The Arachnorax spiders have bow and arrow crews on a platform on their back, and they also have 2 units of arrow boys, so not exactly range dominance. Cygors are pretty scary, though, if I remember correctly. So we're probably... The thing about a Cygor is it's actually it's like an artillery piece that's also a giant, so you can't just fly the flock of Jaff over there. It's not going to work that way. We are going to have actual difficulties in dealing with this dude. We're going to want to get some halberd tomb princes on him, or what would really be good is a necrosphinx, I think. Something that's fast and good at fighting large units. So the Cygor's going to wreak havoc on us. The spiders, I think, should be less of a problem. Their missile crews they're just goblins with bows, so they're not super long range. I'm actually not worried at all about the Spider Riders. I think Spider Riders are pretty bad. To be fair, it's been a while since I played orcs. Boar boys are real cavalry, though. Okay. You've started with the maximum winds of magic. Lovely. Okay, so our reinforcements are coming in. Do I know what order they are coming in? I bet I don't, right? Well, okay. Let's put the casket... True story. The dead do not rest. Except they do, right? Don't we, spend a lot of our time chilling in crypts and stuff? Well, you know what he means, though. So when the battle starts, I'm going to try to swing the archers out to here. And fortunately, we get to start in a foresty area, so I can conceal some of our troops. So let's take these guys, sort of the basic melee guys, and have them be right here, ready to move in. Most of them hidden. Probably we would want all of them hidden. So it looks like these are more approachable than they actually are. What do we can do with all of these? Can these guys be hidden? They can. Okay. Try to think here. Cavalry hidden in the forest over here, so that we can swing around and catch people from the back when they approach this way. Are these... Okay, these are not the Halberd Necropolis Knights. That's a shame. Halberd Necropolis Knights might actually be a good solution to a Cygor. I'm assuming that the monster cannot be hidden even if he is deep in the forest. Yeah, so he'll just chill over here. We want them to think that our army is over here. Everything that they can see should be over here. Keep the halberds on the sides near the bows so that we can use them to counter... I'm going to move these guys back. We can use them to counter cavalry charges to some degree. Our Ushabti are actually remarkably stealthy for monstrous infantry. There's a big difference between monstrous infantry and a monster. Settra's also not actually able to hide. The Necrotect probably needs to be over here because this is where a lot of the constructs are. But I'm going to have the Prince be over here with the sneaky troops. Oh, he has banishment. I forgot about that. I'm going to have him be over here with these sneaky troops so that he can drop the banishment once the lines form. Okay, I think we're pretty set. And the flock of Jaff is mostly here to lead enemies away, but we'll see how things work out. It's interesting how many non-ranged troops they seem to be sending in this direction. Okay, it's going to give me portions of each of the reinforcement armies rather than having one of them be the one that's coming in. That's interesting and probably a lot worse. Yeah, that's not good at all, actually. Well, all of you guys just kind of get over here. These troops are dead. I can't imagine how we would defend them. Okay, let's take these guys and have them run down the coast, hopefully, to serve as a distraction. And everybody else just, like, hide in the trees? Unselect the birds and just get out of sight. Maybe they'll forget about you. Maybe they haven't seen them. We don't necessarily know that they've seen them. But their troops certainly seem to be looking in that direction. Those guys are dead. That sucks. I don't usually run this number of reinforcing armies, so I was not really aware of how this mechanic worked. Well, we could run over and try to save him. I don't know if there's a lot of value in that. Just run in directions. Be confusing. Hey, we're going to get to keep pounding these guys with artillery and great bow fire, probably. I guess I'm not that concerned about it. Horsemen are fast. Draw them toward the main army. Actually, that's kind of working. Oh, there's the Cygor. Wow, good shot. He led them in everything. Did you see how much damage that did? Wow, the Casket of Souls is pretty good. Alright, so the thing about orc units is that traditionally they are not super good at not being afraid of things. I would say their primary weakness is the degree to which they are always afraid of everything. So I know that we're just going to lose these basic carrying units, but I'm going to use them to harass the Cygor to get it to stop shooting. I don't know what these guys are doing. They are certainly behaving as though they can already see our troops. And I want to take this opportunity to move the pikes up a little bit. Halberds, rather. There's probably a big, important difference in usage between a pike and a halberd. Some real-world war history stuff that I'm not aware of, but the thing about it is I'm not aware of it, so it's all the same to me. So yeah, these orc units are going to tend to crumble under ranged fire. It's kind of their thing. Looking for a good opportunity to drop those bombs. Okay, the spider is in. We should figure that out. How are we going to deal with the spider? What is my move on the spider? And we could just run the Tomb Guard up, try to catch it. It's probably faster than they are. 57 to 31. My units are ridiculously slow. Alright, let's just start engaging. Here we have some Minotaurs. Okay, this is where we need our Tomb Guard. We'll fight their monster with our ranged units mostly, I think. Yeah, the Tomb Prince is halberd infantry. He can fight a Minotaur. Let's get in there. I don't even know what you guys are doing. Just get up in front. Get ready to do stuff. Alright, 3 units of Minotaurs. If we break the Minotaurs, we've basically broken all of their infantry, all of their meaningful infantry, so I'm pretty excited about that prospect. Are these missiles particularly anti-large or anything? No. Alright, I guess Just kind of keep shooting at whatever. No, let's focus on the spider with all of the ranged. Okay, these guys they're coming. They'll get there eventually. You know, I'm just gonna grab this whole stack of units. Go fight that unit of minotaurs. These horsemen are probably dead because I forgot to keep microing them. And honestly, these guys can probably not actually contribute. I was going to say they could probably run up and like threaten the melee from the back, but those centaurs are cavalry infantry, and they're terrifying. You know what? Go ahead and grab them. Let's see what we can do. We have some infantry to slow their charge. We should be able to at least pressure them. So the spider doesn't have amazing leadership. We will probably see several cycles of it giving up and breaking and then coming back. This is probably a good time to start casting. Where is... Man, I still don't know my Tomb Kings by face. Start casting, getting our thing up. Our passive buff. What are you doing? They've engaged in a really awkward way that makes it tough for me to engage with my cavalry the way I was hoping to. But I guess we're probably spoiled, huh? Oh, it says we're still hidden, actually. I don't know. Just get out there. I was hoping that, you know, we could snake these up and hit the guys in the back after they engage. I guess we can kind of do that. Start casting our buffs. This is going pretty well. We do still have the other spider to worry about, I guess. Disengage, you fools! Oh, we don't want our Necrotech not in their fight. Actually, the spider's going down a lot faster than I was expecting. Like, I thought it would, you know, run away and come back and run away and come back, and we'd chip a little bit of health off of it each time. But it's turning out to be a little bit more solid than that. Okay, these guys are going to end up fighting that centaur. That's useful. Or those centaurs. Do I want to send the carrion flock over to keep distracting? No, here we go. Here's their target. We can get some real damage done over here. We'll do a flyby, drop the bombs, and then we'll engage properly. Okay, good stuff. I'm going to assume the Tomb Prince that's over here has no meaningful abilities. Oh, I guess we do have a Lord, too. Or no, we don't. We have a Necrotect. Okay, so no meaningful abilities over here. We should probably turn these archers around and see if we can finish off that spider. Plus, this will keep it from trying to engage on us. It'll run under the range fire. Alright, the Necropolis Knights can... Actually, the Necropolis Knights probably need to stay in and actually fight enemies. The Storm Riders can come and finish off this other unit of archers as they try to take up positions to fire on us. Yeah, on the whole, going very well, I think. Let's see here. Settra probably doesn't need to be over here anymore. Yeah, this is under control. Do some damage. And also, let's cast some spells. We should probably be using Arcane Conduit on cooldown, but I forget about it. Okay, that is depleting their stuff rapidly. Okay, so we're fighting their Beast Lord. We just triggered another burst of healing. That's pretty great. I think we're winning this. In fact, I think we've basically won this. That Cygor is still a problem. And unfortunately, it's currently the case that the spider was winning the combat for a while there and regaining leadership rapidly because of it. So it looks like that time is over. Alright, so now it is largely a matter of breaking down the Cygor. This is the thing that is still a problem. I'm basically just going to grab all of the ranged units from everywhere and have them focus up. Yeah, the time has come for refocusing all efforts on this one guy. I need something fast. If the flock could break free, that would be cool. Are we basically done over here? We do have to finish off this Lord, but a lot of stuff should be running this way now. These Ushabti are not actually fighting, it looks like. That's a problem. Yeah, actually, well, Settra... We do still have to deal with the Centaurs as well. Centaurs are a real threat. Okay, so we're breaking down some archers over here. Those guys need to finish off that spider. The casket is still doing fine work. Oh, looks like the flock is rapidly crumbling. Oh, beating up on orc archers has restored their faith in themselves a little bit. Honestly, they're pretty scary. I kind of underestimated the physical size of them. Those are orcs. These are large birds. Oh, the Centaur's gonna run away without even engaging in any real combat? What a coward. Get him, Settra. I know the battle's over. Off yourself. Yeah, you're really showing him who's boss. There we go, we got him. Okay, pretty alright. It turns out that when you bring numerical superiority to this degree, it's difficult to lose the battle. The Cygor did get 107 kills, just throwing rocks at people. Cygors are pretty great. I haven't played a lot of Beastmen, but I know the Cygor by reputation.
There was never any doubt. A boon from Settra.
I think we want replenishment rate, probably.
The fourth volume, a carrion book of Shaiish. In its pages, the secrets to cheat mortality. Only the honorable abide by the rules of life.
Honorable's one way to put it. I might go so far as to say foolish.
And where are they? Rotting in the ground, lost to oblivion.
See, he got there eventually. Okay. Ooh, we've unlocked an Ushabti Great Bow Regiment of Renown. What is the...
Bow before your king.
Oh, I can't.
Attend your king, slaves.
Nobody over here has the Regiment of Renown button, and you have to be in friendly territory for that. I forgot.
King of Nehekara.
What is the difference between these guys and normal? They have the shield breaker trait, which I don't know that I've ever seen before. Oh, okay, when they hit enemies, they lower their missile parry. That's pretty cool. So you put these guys, pair them up with a group of normal archers, and they make the archers more effective. And if somebody gets to level 30, we can get a Regiment of Renowned Necrosphinx. I want that very much. I don't think that's going to happen, because we just don't have enough time for Settra to get to 30, but that's really cool. Start taking buffs for the big units. Settra has, however, gained a level here. I probably want to keep pushing up the magic line, right? I want to get these higher level spells. I have not found myself using this at all, so let's take a buff to one of the other spells instead. Additional effect on reloading or extended effect duration. Yeah, alright. I'd rather have this. And the upgrade point does lower the base cost of the spell as well. So this will mean even more Restless Dead. Okay, also we're leveling up Tomb Princes. I mean, we got probably a fair amount of XP from that battle. So you have all the blue line stuff that you actually want.
Loyal, as all should be.
Okay. So, I'm not worried about these guys. We're not going to finish them off or anything. It's not worth the trouble. But we are going to need to take a minute and replenish a little bit. So the replenishment stance requires 50% movement. Alright, we can start moving toward the next battle. We'll replenish a little bit next turn. In fact, some of us are going to need to recruit a little bit, too.
Find my harem.
Oh, he does not quite have the movement left to replenish.
I have risen.
We should start running this guy to the south, because he's going to want to pass some of his cool units over to Settra before the big quest battle at the very least.
Submit to your king.
King Hekanuris, I think you're done, man. You did it. Good job. You did all of the things that we wanted you to do. Yeah, I mean, we're basically done. Alright, let's see if we can get this other book. It looks like we're just about at an hour. You know what? If I can track this army down in the next turn or two, we'll just go ahead and get this book this episode. Oh, yep. Oh no, they've reclaimed the library. Whatever shall we do? God, look at those kill numbers. Man, that garrison had Necropolis Knights in it. That was actually a pretty good force. Oh, I should probably not fast forward through the book army turns, because we want to see where that army runs, actually. So are we even still at war with these guys? It looks like we may not be. But anyway, even if they were to attack us, any one of our stacks could trivially fend it off. Okay, no, we are. It's still appearing here. Well, does somebody want to crush them real fast? Yeah, I guess let's have Settra do it so that he can potentially get more XP for his army. What? They ran after us. Wow, and then they ran an extremely long way away.
I am my father's son. This way. Move!
Alright, you chase them.
Unliving curse. Make way.
He probably doesn't need backup, but let's just make sure the auto-resolve doesn't take any troops from us that he doesn't have to.
Settra
Okay.
bow before your king.
We have this running already, so I guess I'll take the movement range.
Have no use for these.
Nah, you know what, I'll just take one more turn of this working. It'll reapply the buff. back to the front.
From the sands. Legions move. Priest king of greatest dynasty.
Okay, we're getting a little bit of replenishment.
Settra.
And we did get a level out of it. I think it was probably worth doing.
The day of
man.
awakening comes.
That's a pretty good buff, actually. 12% is an awful lot. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not really going to get to take advantage of these. Oh, we do get to move up after spending only one skill point in the previous group. So yeah, man, you should definitely get a Necrotect as early as possible, because at level 14... Well, I guess you can't actually build these until you have the buildings anyway. So you're still going to be stymied by growth. Growth is really the only thing that's important when you're playing these guys, it feels like.
Make way.
Oh, wait.
The king moves.
Let's reissue that order with no red on it, so that he doesn't move a very small amount next turn and then not do anything for the rest of it.
My will be done.
Okay, well, given that we're definitely not going to catch these guys now because I turned around and did stuff, I think this is actually where we'll just call it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you are as excited about the climactic conclusion of this as I am. I reckon we got 1 or 2 more episodes left. Come back next time to see us take on Nicolandor, the Blade of Skolarl, who I just had to click on because I couldn't remember his stupid elf name. And we'll see you then.